Migration has always been a fact for Europe, and it will always be. Throughout centuries, it has defined our societies and shaped many of our lives. And this will always be the case. Migration is complex. The old system to deal with it in Europe no longer works.
The European Commission says none of the EU's 27 member states will be satisfied with its proposed Pact on Migration and Asylum, but that this is about a compromise and sharing responsibility across the bloc. This means an end to the Dublin rule, which meant asylum claims were handled by the EU country where a person first enters the system. The Pact outlines plans for pre-entry health, security and identity checks of new arrivals, and a goal to process asylum claims within 12 weeks with a focus on returning failed asylum seekers. In a break with policies passed, every member state will be required to actively play a role, but it doesn't mean they have to take in asylum applicants.
We know that all member states will never accept mandatory relocation. That's one thing we know already.
Participation is not optional, but the Commission has an alternative for member states who don't want to take in asylum seekers.
You can choose between relocating those that are probably in need of international protection, or you can do the return sponsorship of those that have a return decision. This is how member states help a member state that is under pressure.
This plan has been years in the making. Brought on by the 2015 refugee crisis, when more than 1 million refugees and migrants entered the bloc. Frontline states like Italy and Greece were pushed beyond breaking point. Attempts to distribute refugees throughout the EU drove political divisions. And countries like Hungary and Poland refused to take in new arrivals. 5 years on, and the clearest example of the urgent need to reform Europe's migration policy was the Moria refugee camp on the Greek island of Lesbos. It was home to thousands of people left living in squalid conditions while they waited, in some cases for years, for their asylum claims to be processed. Now they have been made homeless after fires destroyed the camp earlier this month.
Moria is a stark reminder. We need to find sustainable solutions on migration, and we all have to step up.
The need for a new approach is indisputable, but getting an agreement from all 27 member states appears anything but certain. Natalie Pohonen, The Newsmakers.